What's good? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? It's your girl, Tasha, your favorite schizophrenic. Yup, that's me. You heard it here. Yep, I'm going to talk to you about spirituality and schizophrenia. Yes, indeed. I am diagnosed officially, and I have been diagnosed officially with schizoaffective bipolar disorder. Yes, indeed, yes, I have. And oh boy, I will be 37 in February. And oh boy, do I have stories for you to tell, for me to tell. Yep. And this is it, y'all. This is it, y'all. Spirituality and schizophrenia, y'all. Now, in my case, I do take medications for my chemical imbalance. Yes, I do have another channel called Zen with Me, and the icon is a lotus flower, and I have about 518 subscribers there. So if you want to go there and subscribe for tarot reading, go ahead. So you're probably like, so are you psychic, or is it schizophrenia, or what is it? Look, this is my point of view. I'm in no way am I a professional, a licensed professional, therapist, doctor, anything like that. Oh, and if you hear, I don't know if you can hear the music. I put it kind of low in the background, but that's my brother's music, actually. Produced, written, recorded, everything by my brother, infamous Raven. Yep, infamous Raven. That's my brother. So that music is his. That's if you could hear it in the background. But anyway, yes, indeed. Spirituality and schizophrenia, guys. It's basically your meat suit dealing with the spiritual warfare that's going on. It's a scientific way of describing what's going on. And the medications are there to help your body deal with what you're going through. Don't come for me in the comments now. Don't come for me in the comments now. Okay? Because not everybody needs to take medication. Not everybody needs to be on medication. Not everybody needs... Going to therapy is good, but not everybody has to go to therapy. I know it's good. I'm not saying that you don't have to, but it's beneficial. I say it's beneficial. And I'm speaking from experience. I'm speaking from experience, y'all. I asked for help. I literally told my parents I want to talk to someone when I was 12 years old. 11 years old. I want to talk to someone when I was 11 years old. Little did they know that I've been, oh man. Whew. I've been seeing and hearing things in the spiritual realm since second grade. Second grade is my earliest that I can remember. I remember doing a test, first grade. Well, first or second grade, when we start doing written tests, I remember looking at my desk, and then I look up, and ever since that day, I look up, and it's like, when you look at a light and then you look away, and that glowy thing, like everything glows, the glowing outline that you see when you look away and you blink, that's what it looks like for me all the time. That other realm that I see, it looks like pillars and temples, and sometimes I see figures of people and angels and all kinds of deities and different beings and stuff constantly. Now, of course, there's a line. Because, like, if a doctor or psychiatrist, if I was still, let's say I was Baker acted, and I tell them that, they're going to keep me there. But they think I'm unstable. But people are like, but you're seeing and hearing things. You're schizophrenic. It's not real. It's such a thin line, you guys. It's such a thin line. Isn't it? It is. But to me, it's all spiritual. It's all spiritual. Let me tell you this. As I have my crystal here. the one that I always use to cleanse the energy. Here's another one, my beautiful amethyst that I have. One of the amethysts. But either way, that's another trait, y'all. Scatter-minded. Completely scatter-minded. But I know I'm risking. My dad told me I'm risking. People are going to come for me in the comments. They're going to say, you're crazy. They could say you're crazy. You need to change your meds. You got to change your meds. You got to go to the hospital. No. I am stable and thriving. I am a person that I finally understand my gifts. I finally got a hold of my gifts. I was in and out of hospitals from age 16 to I'm 37. I'll be 37 in February. So up until age 32 or 31, up until age 31 years old. 31, about 31 or 32, in and out of hospitals every 3 months since 16 to 32. Every 3 months. And this is the first time I went 5 years. And I'm not going, if I have to go back, I know I can, but I've got it down packed. Don't play about your medications, y'all. Don't be frowned and feel bad that you have to go, that you have to take medications, y'all. There's nothing wrong with taking medications. I know some people went for me on my TikTok saying, oh, well, the long-term effects are bad. The long-term effects for a lot of things are bad. But it takes off the edge in a safe way for me. Like, me off meds, this is my personal opinion. Me off meds, my visions and everything was so out of this world, guys. So out of this world. I was continuously like in an alternate reality between dimensions here. That spiritual realm became completely, the veil was completely ripped off, and I was in the spiritual realm. Literally in the spiritual realm. I saw more of the spiritual realm than I did of the actual earth realm. And I saw all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Like I said, back comparing the spirituality and schizophrenia. Spirituality and mental health. There you go. Spirituality and mental health. Spirituality and schizophrenia. It's like there's nothing wrong with taking meds. Like I said, I feel like schizophrenia is the scientific term. Schizophrenia is a scientific term for the spiritual type of gifts that certain people have. But if you're not able to to take a grip of your gifts, if you don't have control of your gifts, it could be pretty hard for you, you know? And I'm gonna tell you the truth. Look, you may be looking at my necklaces like, what's up with that? What's going on here? Well, let me tell you. Well, I was raised Christian. My grandfather's a pastor. So, I know I'm learning all kinds of stuff. I've even had, I'm Puerto Rican, a schizophrenic, Rican, Puerto Rican. Common sense. I got the cross to remind me of that. And I've had personal experiences. With that. And here, Nordic spiritual roots, yes. I've had Nordic spiritual help. Here's the wolf with the Nordic rune, with the runes all around it. And here, Metatron's cube. Archangel Metatron's cube. Sacred geometry. And these are just my earrings with say Tasha. But anyway, I want to normalize going through this. Because everybody thinks that, like, if you see things and hear things that are not there, you are crazy. I'm telling you right now, It is the most normal thing in the world. Everybody hears things. The first thing that you hear, what do you hear? You can hear your own voice in your head. Oh, is that a... Oh. Okay, I got it paused. Okay. You hear your own voice in your head. You hear your own voice in your head. And just to tell you, just to let you know, man, I want to spread light on that. I don't see too many people talking about schizophrenia with like realness, like have them normalize it, you know? And I've had so many experiences, spiritual psychosis. You know, I've learned also that sleep is very important. Eating habits are very important. Making sure I move my body is very important. Taking care of my temple is very important. Now, it's not, it gets pretty scary. Oh, my son just woke up. I've got, I don't know if you read my bio, but I've got 2 nonverbal autistic kids. You know, but they're okay. I'm paying attention to them. The door's right there. He went to the bathroom. I've got them somewhat. My son could go to the bathroom on its own, but my daughter's sleeping. Now, back to you guys. Schizophrenia, those spiritual psychosis episodes, and not to mention, you know, I'm not going to say who, but having confirmation from people about, you know, having certain confirmation from other people about things that you hear. Like, I would go into a meditative state and other people would ask me questions. This is recent. This is this past couple years. I would be in a meditative state and people would ask me certain questions, and I would have my spirit guides or my angels or my spirit guides of the highest white light, my spirit guides tell me certain things. I would hear them tell me certain things and certain things to say, and then I would tell them to the people, and they would be accurate. Things about their family, things that I would never know about. They would confirm. And how could I have known? Because I don't know their family. You know, so that I've got a lot of confirmation. And again, with the tarot cards, I got into the tarot cards a couple years ago, but only recently have I brought it to YouTube. And I've got that, the discernment for the tarot cards, and I thank God for that. I started on myself, using the cards on myself, then on family, and then on YouTube and TikTok, a little bit on TikTok. But you know, I use it as it's a tool. I want to spread light. I want to spread joy. I want to spread peace and love, and I want people to know that it's okay. It's okay to have to hear. Don't be afraid. But if it gets now, if the voices get too much, yes, you could do incense. Yes, you can, you know, you could burn sage. You could do all kinds of stuff. But if it gets to a point, I'm going to tell you this. I'm going to tell you from experience. If it gets to a point to where it's interfering with your well-being, the voices and it's negative to the point where it's interfering with your life and it's making you feel so bad, you need to seek help. You need to go to a mental health clinic. I know you probably don't like this, but you need to seek help. You need to get help as soon as you can, because the medications, I'm telling you, they have all kinds of medications out there. You don't have to stay stuck on one. You know, a lot of you's like, no, I don't want to. You may even, you know, use medical marijuana. I personally don't, because I have a bad, unfortunately, I have a bad side effect from marijuana. I don't, it doesn't me and that don't get along. But I'm telling you right now, like, don't be afraid, don't be embarrassed about seeking help. I've been hospitalized I've been hospitalized, like I said, from 16 to 32 or 31, and I'm gonna be 37 in February, and it's November now, 2024. Every 3 months since 16, that's a long time. That's a lot of times too. Yes, there was several times that I was Baker acted, but about 8 out of 10 times, I drove myself to the clinic. I took myself. I committed myself. Or if I couldn't drive, I asked my parents to take me, or I took a taxi to take me. Or if I didn't have anybody else, I called an escort, a police escort, to take me. I'm being open and honest about this, guys, because I want to normalize it. You know, yes, spirituality is true. Yes, it's true, but so is mental health. Mental health comes first, and then spirituality. If your mental is not right, you won't be able to discern the spiritual gifts that you have. If your mental health is not right, you won't be able to discern the spiritual gifts that you have. And if your sleep is not right, your mental health won't be right. Sleep deprivation is a real thing. Now, a lot of us this is the time where everybody stays up scrolling. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just the way how things are now. People are on social media, on YouTube, on all kinds of, you know, devices, you know, relaxing, watching things that they like, learning new things, learning about new things, watching different, you know, watching about different documentaries, movies, shows, having fun, watching whatever they want, enjoying their lives. This is a technological age. This is a tech age, you know? And we've got to realize that that's just the way things are now. But with that said, it's a lot less sleep around. There's a lot less sleep, and a lot more people are putting sleep in the back burner because they got to wake up, take care of the kids, or take care of themselves, or, you know, they're so tired they can't even exercise. That's why, like, this is another thing. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. This is another thing. Now, along with mental health, this is your temple: spirituality, mental health, metaphysics, schizophrenia, mental health, metaphysics. It's also important for your mental health to take care of the rest of your temple, not just with sleep, but it's also important for your mental health. This also goes with your spirituality, and all those things go together. Is your exercise, your physical body. Your physical body is just as important. And just look at that. I know everybody says, listen to this. I know everybody says, oh, it's 80% your diet. It's 80% your diet. Just hear me out. I'm not an expert, but I was thinking about this all day for a while now. They say it's 80% what you eat and 20% exercise. Now, if that were the case, and we got so many gyms all over the nation in the U.S., yet the average person in the U.S. is obese or overweight, like almost like 50% of the population is overweight or obese. There's something wrong here. So I'm like, what if it's the opposite? What if it's 80% movement and 20% what you eat? What if it's you actually have to move your butt because of the, like I said, technology? We're stuck on the screen. We're on the screen. We work, go home, lay down, take care of the kids, sit down, lay down, cook, sit down, lay down. No matter what we do, we sit down or lay down. The average person, because we're so exhausted. You know, it's exhausting. No, I'm not calling you lazy. You are not lazy. You are in survival mode. But it's movement, physical movement. If you think about us 30 and 40-year-olds, we're the last ones that actually played outside for real. Yeah, there's kids that play outside now, but like really play outside, like actually had nothing else to do but to play outside. Yeah, we might have had Nintendo and all that, Sega, but we really played outside. If you catch my drift. So it's probably, like I said, 80% movement and 20% diet. Because look at me, for example. My diet is down packed, and I've been down packed for a long time. Yet I still weigh the same. I've maintained the same weight for almost a year and a half. It's movement. My body needs to move more. That's what's lacking in my case. And of course, you know, that could be just for me. Not everybody's the same, but for some people, it may be like for me, because I have PCOS too, polycystic ovarian syndrome. What do I don't have, man? I got bent pinkies. You see my pinkies? They're bent. Hello? I got the perfect phone. Mine curves in. Hello? Perfect mouthpiece. Hello? Yeah. Yeah, I've got them right here. Oh, they want to say that you're awesome. You're awesome. Batman. Anyway. I'm just being myself, guys. I'm tired of trying to stay within the lines. I'm tired of just staying stiff, pretending like I'm somebody else. Not pretending, pretending like I have to be somebody else. You know? Because that's the thing. Schizoaffective bipolar disorder. It's like having schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, and I also have anxiety and battle with depression. PCOS. So yeah, guys. Now, just gonna let you know, this schizophrenia, it ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. Now, like I said, to me, it's a scientific way of explaining these spiritual gifts that humans were born with, that certain people are born with, and that others can actually, every human being can tap into these gifts. It's just they shut them down. And society tells them they're crazy. If you see or hear things, you're crazy. You're not supposed to. That's crazy. You're not supposed to see or hear things that nobody else does. Excuse me? You mean to tell me what? Yeah. We have to normalize that idea. Because look at this. On crime scene investigations, they use sidekicks sometimes. Don't they? Don't they feel things and see things and hear things that other people don't? I don't see anybody Baker acting then. It's because they are stable and thriving and they have their gifts under control. Now, as long as you're not a harm to anybody else or yourself, you are perfectly fine. You are perfectly fine. Now, I, this is, my mind is going blank. But, like I said, use crystals. Use crystals to cleanse yourself, cleanse your energy. That's what I do. Yes, my channel is about mental health, metaphysical things, and motivational things. So what? I really can care less about what other people think about me. This is my channel. Whatever happens, happens. They can say whatever they want. You know, this is who I am. This, if you ever wanted to see any, if you ever, listen to this. If you ever wanted to meet someone that is in tune with the spiritual realm, somebody that has been diagnosed with schizophrenia, that has owned their gifts, that's stable and thriving, that understands their mental health, that's got confirmation. Listen to this. Let me tell you a little story. This is confirmation. I'm going to tell you. When I first got diagnosed, when I was 16, I got brought to the mental hospital when I was 16. And when I was there, I remember seeing something on the wall. And I was like, what is that? I saw a Pegasus with an angel with armor that had silver and gold plated armor with their wings spread on a Pegasus with it was a unicorn with wings. A unicorn with wings, and the angel on it had armor and a sword. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. Look at all this. And I saw other things too, but I'm not going to specify. I'm just going to say that I saw more things that were for my protection in detail. And also, I'm going to say also the roommate that I had, she put her hand over one of the things that I saw on their head and said, right here, this is where they're at. Anyway, back to what I was going to say. I was seeing those things and I'm like, man, I got to call my parents. So I asked if I could use the phone. It was still hours where I could use a phone. So I called my parents and I called my mom and I'm like, Mom, I told her what I saw over the phone. I told her what I saw in the room that I was staying in at the mental hospital when I was 16. And she was like, oh my gosh, really? And she started crying. And I'm like, Mom, why are you crying? You know, like a 16-year-old, why are you crying, Mom? What happened? I'm sorry. Did I say something? And she said, no, you don't understand. Your dad just talk to your dad. And then I heard before she put me on the phone, I heard her talking to my dad and telling him what I saw. And I talked to my dad and he was like, what did you see? Are you sure you saw that? And he told me that he sent me a Pegasus with an angel with armor. And he told me without me basically, they told me that what I told my mom, he had just told my mom that he mentally sent me that protection, just sent me that protection in detail. And I saw it. I saw exactly the same protection that he sent me. I saw it in real life, like real time. I saw the protection that my dad sent me. I saw it. And my mom got confirmation from me. That's right. Yes, protection is real. God is real. The spiritual realm is real. Source, angels of the highest white light. That is real. And I would say, ask my dad, ask my mom if you guys knew him. Maybe one day I'll bring my dad or my mom on the channel just so you could get the okay from them that it's true. On my mama, it's true. On my grandfather, my grandfather, it's true. Yep. It runs in the family. Here's a funny one. My dad, we were in the grocery store one time, and he was standing next to me in the cheese aisle. And then I was like, he was standing right next to me. And then I was like, hey, Dad, what kind of cheese do you want? And then I looked, he wasn't there. And then I heard Colby Jack. I heard his voice say Colby Jack. And I'm like, I'm looking and I'm like, I don't see him. So I got the Colby Jack. And then I went to go see him, look for him, and he's like, did you get the Colby Jack? And he started laughing. And I'm like, Dad, but I heard you say it. And he's like, well, you got it, didn't you? My mom told me that he used to play a lot of telepathic games with her. And he used to spook her out, but yeah. I had a moment. I had several different moments in my still past. I'm talking on this topic, saying these little stories because it's schizophrenia, spirituality, seeing things and hearing things that, things that I've gone through. Another time, 360 view. 360 view, seeing things that other people don't see. I don't know if 360 view gets into that, but this is something that I've experienced. This has to do with gifts, spiritual gifts. But I remember being when we lived in this house by the beach, and I've never gone into this room upstairs. And my dad's like, where's this red toolbox at? And I was downstairs in the kitchen. Never went upstairs in that room. And I literally saw myself in that room, and I literally saw exactly where the red box was. And I told my dad, oh, it's upstairs in that closet room, that tiny closet room next to the brown box, between the brown box and this black toolbox. The red box is right between those two on the shelf in the left side, right when you open the door. And he looked at me, he's like, what? And then he went up there, I went up there with him, and I just stayed quiet. I was shocked as he was. I was just staying, like, I was just being me. I was just like it was nothing. It came so natural. I was like, what? Okay. I'm going to say it one more time. Another time, because I'm going to have several videos talking about all kinds of stuff. And like, it makes me, it's helping me out. And I know it's going to help others. Whoever watches these videos, I don't know who's going to watch this video. But it doesn't matter because it's helping me out. But it is helping me spread mental health awareness and schizophrenia awareness and metaphysics awareness. But another time, is ex-boyfriend of mine, I freaked him out because I was like, hey, I've done 360 view before. And he's like, what's that? I'm like, it's when I take it's almost taking like a snapshot, a 360 view of like a remote viewing kind of. Remote viewing, that's what it is. And I'm like, I've done that before. Want to see if I could do it now? And he's like, yeah, sure. I was on the phone with him. And I'm like, he's like, what am I doing now? And I said, you're laying down with your legs in a number 4 position. Your left hand is holding the phone, and your right hand is in your pocket, and you're wearing plaid boxers that's blue and green and gray, and you're wearing a white t-shirt. You're laying on your back. I was literally in detail. And he was like, oh my God. He was so freaked out. He was so freaked out. That was the last time. That was the last time I did that with him. But yeah, like, those different times with remote viewing, you know, and there's a lot of times where I'm sleeping and it feels like my soul is like going 1,000 miles an hour through roads and like over landscapes, and like when I close my eyes, it's like I usually say, when you close your eyes you see the universe. I literally feel like that's how we time travel. We close our eyes when we meditate, that's how we time travel. This is just a meat suit. We think that we're going to time travel using this suit. No, I feel like it's the opposite. I think we time travel in when we close our eyes. That's when the real traveling happens. That is the real time travel. It's like this is our docking station. Don't get too into that though. Don't lose touch with this reality. That's the trick. You do not want to lose touch with this reality. And I'm speaking from experience. So if you are diagnosed bipolar, depressed, or if they have given you any medication, please do not stop taking it yourself. Go to your doctor. Do it the right way. Talk to your psychiatrist, psychologist, therapist. You know, do it the right way. And I'm speaking from experience. Why? Do you want me to tell you why? Every time you have a relapse, every time you have an episode, you risk being stuck in that episode and not getting out of it. Every time I had an episode, it was longer. It was 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. I mean, every time it happened, it was getting worse and worse and worse and worse. So like, you know, just take it easy on yourself. Be easy on yourself. Just take the medicine. Take the medicine. It's like a diabetic taking diabetes, taking insulin, or, you know, metformin, or, you know, any other allergy medicine. Just do it. Nike, just do it. You know, it makes your life so much easier. It makes your life so much easier. And if you feel like therapy is not for you, I'm just letting you know it helps to talk to someone that, you know, that is unbiased. Somebody that is there to hear you out. Somebody that's there to help you out. That's worried about you and your well-being. You and your side of the story. Without getting or taking anything personal. I'm letting you know that now, because 9 times out of 10, people take things personal, or they put their own point of view and their answers towards you and advice towards you, and that's just my advice. But yeah, I've been like, that's crazy. There's been so many incidences. So many like they say psychotic episodes. I don't like saying that. Psychosis, like spiritual psychosis. And if I think about it, all of mine are spiritual psychosis, because from the first time that I had one up until this last one, it's like I could literally write a book or write a movie script, and it adds up. It's like chapters, and they really go along with each other. And yeah, so like literally, like, that's her other story, man. That's ridiculous. Now, those spiritual psychosis, man, when you're in a spiritual psychosis, those gods and goddesses, they take advantage and they show you They show you what they need to show you. For you to get that hint, for you to get that, learn that lesson, for them to leave a mark in you, they show you what you need to see. But like I said, schizophrenia, bipolar disorder, depression, anxiety, yes, those are all diagnoses of this meat suit, the chemical imbalance in the brain. What I personally feel like is a side effect of these spiritual gifts that humans have. But what you don't want to do is lose touch with reality. So make sure you stay honest with your therapist, with your psychiatrist. Find somebody that understands you. Be honest with them. Let them know that you're spiritual. Let them know that you believe in certain things, you know. And if they don't mesh with you, find somebody else. Find somebody else that respects your spirituality. Find somebody. You'll find somebody. You'll find someone that's right for you. All right? This is getting kind of long, and I only have a certain time that I could be on here. But I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, thank you. See you in the next one. Peace.